In the United States, the most powerful nation in the world, is it? Well, perhaps, but according to the International Strategic Affairs think tank, the U.S. share of global power is in decline. Struggles against insurgent groups in Iraq and Afghanistan exposed the limits of the U.S. military muscle. The collapse of the economy also hurt. Basically, here's what the report is saying. The U.S. is strong, but doesn't have the muscle it used to have. Charlotte, how do you feel when I say that to you?
Well, I think that, when you win the Super Bowl, the only way to go is down. And the truth is we have always been a superpower for a very, very long time. And power is relative to everybody else's power. So after World War II, we became the biggest economic power because we were making everything and other countries were faltering. And it was only normal that they would eventually get their feet back on the ground a little bit. After the fall of the Soviet Union, politically, we were the most powerful. But you can't always be the only superpower out there. You have to allow room for everyone else. It's like having a town and saying there can only be one rich guy in town. Well, that's what we've been. And so we need to understand that things progress and that we are all going to work together, hopefully, to make this world better and to solve these problems. And America doesn't always have to be the superpower that has everything, all the weight of the world on their shoulders.
Well, it doesn't have to have the weight of the weight of the world on its shoulders. I'll let you go here in a second, Melissa. But I got to tell you something. It needs to be number one. You want to be number one. Who plays the game not to be number one? Who plays the game? Well, I want to be with everybody else. No, you don't want to be with everybody else. You want to be number one, don't you?
Well, I mean, of course you want to be number one, but it's not really realistic, I don't think. You can't stay number one forever and ever and ever. Things are cyclical. Things are going to change. And the truth is that being number one kind of creates, I think, we had this Bush administration with a little bit of an arrogant attitude out there in the world. There are a lot of people out there that weren't very happy about the way America was swaggering around and doing this and doing that without consideration for other nations. And I think that we need to work together more. And I think that one thing I like about Obama is I do think internationally he's on the right track, and he is trying to cooperate with other nations, and I do support that.
All right, Melissa, you haven't even spoken. You get the last word for 20 seconds, then we got to move on. Go ahead.
I'm really bummed out because I think it's time to retire my phone number one finger.
All right, let's go to our last topic here.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. Let's go to our last topic. Here we go. At a sporting event when God Bless America is played, people stand as a matter of respect, most of the time with their hands over their heart. What if you don't stand? If the Newark Bears game, the owner throws you out. 3 high school kids sitting behind home plate didn't get up. Simply didn't get up during the game. After the song, the owner came over and said, you know what? Get out. Nobody sits during the singing of God Bless America in my park. The boys are suing, claiming their constitutional rights were violated. A footnote, Major League's New York Yankees paid a fan $10,000 and picked up his legal fees after he was thrown out of Yankee Stadium for going to the bathroom during God Bless America. Melissa, do the boys have a case? And even if they don't, were they being disrespectful?
Okay, were they being disrespectful? Yes. Is it like the Star Spangled Banner where everybody has been drilled to stand up all the time? No. If no one asked them to stand, okay, let's just say they're dumb. Let's just go with that. But you being dumb is not a reason that you get to sue. And this is another stupid case. Already, one of the fathers of one of the boys is representing them. It's just going to clog up our system. And there's, it's just ridiculous. They don't have a case. Please stand up. It's not that hard. Get up. Don't be so lazy. And if we weren't so lazy, we could still wear that #1 USA finger.
Charlotte, we're way over tonight. 30 seconds, and this is it. Go ahead. You got the last word.
Well, I do agree that I do think their rights were violated, but we do have something called frivolous lawsuit disease in this country. And they say that every single person in this country spends $800 a year on all the frivolous lawsuits. So it's really out of control in that sense. And if I were on the jury, I would just maybe give them $1,000. I do think that their rights were violated, but I don't think a lawsuit is in order, truthfully.
Charlotte, Melissa, spirited tonight. Well done. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Thanks. Thanks for having us.
All right. We pay these guys to sit around and do nothing. The worst waste of your federal tax dollars ever.
If you're so smart, prove it. Contact NBC Filter on Twitter or Facebook, or send an email to thefilter@nbcuni.com. We care what you think, but if we don't like it, we'll filter you.